First, thank you for clicking on the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave any comments. Also, don't forget to go over to the website and check out the blog at BJiuJitsuTV.com. What is up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I know I haven't had a video out in a while, but I'm trying to kind of just deal with what life's been throwing at me lately. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm just kind of getting over the flu or cold or something like that. But we'll jump right into it. So 3 rows are on this video. First brown belt, second purple, and then the last one is a blue belt. So right here I found myself in, I forget the name of this position, but it's kind of like a 10th planet type of position here. And I know I'm kind of open for a triangle or omoplata here. So what I'm waiting for him to do is the leg that he's holding, as soon as he lets it go, I want to pin that leg down of his with my forearm and kind of try to step over, so I'm timing it. So boom, he lets it go. I shove it down to the ground. I'm stepping over. And as soon as I did that, he did a good job of kind of retaining his guard, kind of shrimping back, getting that hook in. And I'm going to kind of try and deal with this knee shield next here. And what I'm going to do is stomp his foot to the ground and come around. And you see he has a good grip on my neck here. So I think he kind of let me pass there. And I couldn't get my head loose. So I started to move kind of to north-south position. As soon as I did, he timed it, boom, and rolled me there. That's a kind of a issue that I find myself having. Being too high. I'll show another kind of session here where I'm too high when I'm trying to do a move. But so that's, again, something that I picked up on these videos and me rolling lately. So here, I was like a kind of an X pass, went to a knee on belly, and here's the second place where I'm too high, so I'll rewind it. So as soon as I passed, he went to the Kimura grip, and I wanted to step over and do the far side arm bar. But again, you see how high my hips are, and he got his left elbow to the mat quicker than I could get my butt to the mat to finish that arm bar. And now we get out of frame for a second here, and then he's going to come back for like a front guillotine. Felt his weight coming down on me, so I went for the butterfly hooks and double unders. Tried to come up, and I came right up into a head-in guillotine there. So we reset, and he kind of falls back with that knee shield again. And let's see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get that grip on his pant leg, I think. Let's see what I do here. Okay, no, so he goes back to that. If you can help me think of that name, it's a 10th planet position there, but I'll zoom in here on my face. He's just shoving his left leg in front of my face. You see his toes kind of coming around for the like a go-go plata almost. And I just tapped before the foot actually came in front of my face over the throat. I tapped because I just felt a lot of pressure on my neck and shoulder, and I couldn't roll out because he had that foot locked in, so I couldn't flip or roll out. So here, use some quickness to maybe get around. Again, they did a good job of keeping me in front of him. Got a knee shield. I think we just reset because we kind of started getting away from the camera. So we reset here. And right here, I made a huge mistake. Right there, my right hand is way too deep. My hand is way too deep in there. I mean, I'm setting myself up for omoplata, the straight arm lock, the triangle. He could have put his right leg around and triangle me there. So that was a huge mistake there for me to reach that deep with my right hand. So he just went ahead and finished the straight arm lock right there. So here he lands in kind of like my half guard. And let's see what I'm thinking here. I think what I want to do is maybe start going for a butterfly hook with my left foot, but it looks like it was too late there. So he got that Kimura grip, and here's a good example of, sometimes you just gotta tap. I mean, he outweighs me by at least 50, 60 pounds. He got the grip. Yes, I still had my grip on my gi. I could have fought for another 10 seconds, but it's no point in getting injured out here in open mat. So right there, he shoved my head down, boom, went again for the guillotine. I rolled out and the time ran out. So here's the second round, second match rather. Purple belt. We actually rolled in a previous video. Again, he's a wrestler, I believe college and high school. Good balance and athletic guy. Obviously, you can see both of us moving around kind of fast with the feet, quick feet there. So he does the kind of 2-on-1, and right here I slowed it down because as soon as I saw his leg come between mine, I wanted to fall back for a knee bar, but he moved it out of the way. He did a good job of recognizing it before I did, so I didn't get a chance to fall back. So I naturally fell into that Kimura grip right there. But if you notice, his right hand is grabbing my opposite collar, so I can't turn into him. So I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking like what can I do? I wasn't really sure. So I'm like, let me just hold on to this Kimura grip and kind of let the roll. And he rolled with it, ended up on my back. So it's a different position now, and I'm thinking of some, back escapes. Probably want to get my hips to the mat, my back. I need to start coming out and sitting on his left leg and kind of flattening myself out. Looks like he knew that, and he beat me to it. And right here, I'm stuck in the bottom half. And what I want to do is get my underhook, but he's real tight on me, so I needed him to base out with that left hand. So boom, I forced him out, come back up under with the underhook. And that's something that I'm trying to get better at too. I'm pretty good at getting that person on top to base out, but when I dig for the underhook, I'm too far away. I need to be close, like my ear needs to be like right up on his hip, because a lot of times I'll come up and I'm coming right up into a guillotine. So luckily, I didn't do that here, but that's just something I'm recognizing and noticing. When I come up with that underhook, I'm so far away. Sometimes I'll get guillotined, or they'll shuck me down with an overhook. So right here, I feel at home right now. I feel like he's got that one arm out and the one arm in, and I'm just waiting for a good time to clear his elbow with my left knee. And as soon as I do, I grab the elbow and I clear my left leg right there and lock out the triangle. And I don't want him to stack me, so I'm kind of shoulder walking back, pushing off, threatening that arm that's out. He pulls that arm back, sits down, and then the arm that's in, I start to attack it slowly extend my hips, and then he taps there. So we reset, and let's see what happens. He jumps on my neck too, and I'm trying to time it here. I want to kind of go for a double, but I want to make sure I land on the right side, because again, he wrestles, so there's guillotines there. Like second nature to wrestlers usually. So I think he's going to do a similar move here. I'm going for a Von Flue choke here, so because I'm landed on the right side. He still got my head wrapped up, so I'm just driving my shoulder in. And he tried to roll me, but I didn't post out. But the fact that I kind of sprawled my legs up in the air like that gave him enough space to recover his guard. Now remember, he still has my head wrapped up, and I didn't want him to connect his hands and finish that guillotine there, so I'm just fighting his left hand. I don't want him to connect his hands around my neck. So here, let's see what I'm going for here. Some sort of guard break. No, he goes for an overhook. I like that overhook. Gets on the hip and maybe goes for an omoplata. No, a triangle maybe? Triangle. He goes triangle there. But I'm not in too much danger yet. Yeah, I fold my arm down and try to kind of Granby roll. And when I do that kind of Granby roll, I'm always waiting. I'm looking between my legs for that person to come up, one arm in and one arm out. But he kind of beat me to it. He got both his arms in before I got a chance to close my my legs around, one of his arms in the head. So I'm feeling like he might be going for some ankle. No. Just kind of just threw my leg past there, and I still have a grip on his right sleeve. And he goes knee on belly, right into a paper cutter choke. Right into the paper cutter choke, and okay, looks like the time ran out there. So the third match, was with blue belt. He was a blue belt, and you can see me trying to sneak my right foot between his legs before I stand up. Boom, right there. As soon as I get in the middle, I can start working some, half guard passes, any kind of passes. But I need to have that either foot of mine's like kind of in the middle. So here again, I'm working with a knee shield. He goes to deep half, and anytime I feel somebody go deep half like that, my reaction is just to get the Kimura grip on that far side arm. But he came up kind of too fast, and I couldn't quite get the grip. And this position doesn't look that familiar to me, so I'm trying to think like, what can I do here? And I realized that he doesn't really have a base. He doesn't have a base behind him, so I kind of just set up like a hip bump sweep. Because he didn't have a hand back there, he didn't have a knee or anything to base out on, so I just kind of treated it like a hip bump sweep and came up on top there. And again, he's digging for deep half, and again, immediately I gotta get that Kimura grip on the far side arm. And just once I get that, I'm kind of in a real familiar area at that point. I can try and go to the back like I did there. I can go, Kimura, armbar, any type of combination, whichever kind of feels natural at that point. So right here, I'll try to slow it down and explain kind of what I'm thinking. I'll start facing the camera here in a second, and you'll see I'm pinning his left hand to his hip, and I'm threatening to choke. And I want him to block. As soon as he blocks, I put my right hand underneath my knee and grab his left hand. It's kind of complicated to explain it, but you kind of see the figuration. I slowed it down here. So my right hand is coming underneath my leg, and I'm grabbing his. And what I really wanted him to do here is to kind of turn into me so that I can get the triangle on him. But he didn't quite turn into me fast enough. I think he started to feel it, so I had to switch to, I think I went arm bar, belly down. Okay, I went belly down, arm bar. Pull that leg towards me. Flip him over here, boom. And from here, I like this position when I have the arm bar, but you can see my right leg with the ankle brace on it was over his shoulder, so I kind of allowed him to come up, thinking that I could maybe get a triangle. But he got good base. You see his knees. He's not letting me put him back on his back. So I switched it to an arm bar. Like I was saying, a lot of the arm bar, Kimura, triangle, omoplata, all of that stuff, I try and not get too focused on whatever the obvious submission is. So if I have like a triangle, I'm always thinking, can I change this into a omoplata, or can I change this to an arm bar, whatever. So that's kind of a mindset thing. So here I'm 2-on-1. My right hand is on his right sleeve. My left hand is on his kind of elbow. Boom. Jump my legs up to the triangle. And again, I'm trying to kind of use that pendulum sweep motion to get him back on his back. But he's doing a good job of pushing forward and keeping kind of stacking me here. See, I'm trying to use my off leg, my left leg there, to get him to get back flat on his back. But did a good job of quickly putting both of his arms through, so he's not in danger of a triangle anymore. So right here, this is a new sweep I actually learned a few weeks ago. Well, a few weeks before this roll. So I have a knee shield in, and I'm a rock toward him, wait for him to respond, load him up on my knee, and then kind of do a back roll. I'll play that again. So push into him, load him up on my knees, and then kind of like a back roll. I don't know the name of that, but that was the end of the roll. Again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment.